Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, March 16th, 2025. For those of you who celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow, happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope it's a good one, a safe one, an abundant one. And thank you for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. It's all about my work and my upcoming events. I'm also on Facebook under business page Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. And I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp, where I currently just post inspirational messages here and there to most of the week. Today's topic is another listener request. And the topic is about how to navigate hate on social media. And I may change the title of that when you see it. But it's really where we're going today. So I wanted to just read very briefly the request. And it has, I actually might add her name in the title, the person that's about to come up. And the person wants me to respond to what's been seen and heard about Casey Anthony, who posted on TikTok that she wants to be a patient or an advocate of some LGBTQ people, but also legally. She wants to be an advocate to help others and also people like herself and her daughter. Well, that got a reaction. Okay. And for those of you who somehow don't know about Casey Anthony and didn't follow the trial, that was, a long time ago now. Casey would be really grown up now, to be honest. She was accused of murdering her daughter, but was found not guilty, was acquitted. And this listener also brought up Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife, who currently has a new show on Netflix, and she can receive a lot of hate. And that one I am aware of. I was not aware of the TikTok. I wasn't aligned to notice that TikTok with Casey Anthony. And you get what you're aligned with, by the way. You notice what you're aligned with. And so I didn't. I had to check it out. But I have caught the vitriol, the anger, the hate that goes towards Meghan. And it is extreme. It really is. It is much more negativity going at her, I feel, than positivity. So I want to address that. In this current universe that we're living in, and why it's happening, and why, of course, it's not a good thing. Now, this listener, it really bothers them. They want people to accept things, They want, basically, they're asking to scroll past it. Okay. And so I want to explain why people don't scroll past it, why they don't keep moving. Okay. When you have a reaction to anything, it's a piece in you. It's a part of you. So when they saw the TikTok video in her car, it was very brief, where she announced that she was returning and that she was going to be an advocate for others, that she was called to do that. It brought a reaction out of people because it was something unhealed within themselves. But here's the thing. What you put out, you get back. And a lot of people are getting that. It is known about energy now much more than ever, but still there are people, you heard me hit my chair, sorry. There are people not quite there yet. And so what is not understood is that people are reacting to the unhealed within themselves, that they somehow, someone in their lives got away with something that was an injustice to them. And so every time they see injustice, they get fired up. And it's really about how they feel about what's happened to themselves. Now, when it comes to I'm just going to call her Meghan. I don't mean to be disrespectful to her. But when it comes to Meghan, there's there's a layer. Some of it's just plain jealousy. Some of it is, well, and you're jealous. Someone got something that I feel I wish I deserved. They got a match with themselves. Perhaps it is someone who has unhealed thoughts of racism within them, whether it's happened to them or they are. It's bringing up unhealed elements within you. So, is it good to just go by it? No. Is it good to speak about it in a hateful, negative, bashing way? No. Even if you might be right in some way, it doesn't mean that it is productive. It doesn't mean that you won't get the bite of it rolling back to you like a boomerang. Okay? And see, there's a difference. I was asked before, is it okay to give a review or to bring up an issue? Yes. It's the way you do it. It's the way. Now, one person, I didn't look at all the comments, for my stumble. I didn't look at all the comments on the TikTok video, but it was over 1,000, so I wasn't going to. But one I saw just said to her, log off. Log off. You know what? That is not bad. That's kind of like a one-way, just log off, and it's calmer. That won't give a boomerang effect in a way that person doesn't want. But when you are telling her that she is a murderer, she knows what she is. Whether she, I'm going to put it this way, whether she is or not, she knows what she is. She would expect, I would imagine, to have some negativity coming at her, and she chose to get on camera anyway. So you're not helping anything by telling her what you feel. All you're doing is harming yourself, because now when you see it, you're going to get off and stew about it. You're going to talk about it. You're not just going to let it go if you're being negative towards her. You're going to feel that's not right. You're going to get all riled up in the emotions and the manifestation that you don't want to have. Now, I'm going to say something that may cause one or more of you to give me a letter. And I'm just going to say, you don't have to give me a letter. Okay. What our highest consciousness, what the God energy would say to us to do, is to send compassion out. If you can't send it out to her, send it out to her daughter. Send it out to Carly. Send her love. Send her peace. Send her a vibration that raises her even up more in heaven. But ultimately, if you're super duper manifester, God consciousness, evolved 5D person, you should be sending out the compassion to Casey. The compassion, and as much as possible, a love. That doesn't excuse her. That's why I don't want the letters. I'm not saying it excuses her. I'm not saying it lets her off the hook. Come to understand, wise people, that nobody is off the hook for anything. Every little energetic moment you put out into the universe comes back at you. It gets filed. It gets logged in your life's memories, in your records. When you go to heaven, when you pass, and you get your review, you see all of it. You see the moment you opened up the door for someone and it mattered. You also see the moment where you went off on a cashier because you were having a bad day. Something like that, okay? I'm not saying you've all done that. We all have moments. And we don't know our impact until we get to heaven. But we don't get to hide from it. We don't miss it. It's all it's all waiting for us, as everything is waiting for her. Now that reminded me when I saw this video of her. It reminded me of O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson actually confessed to at least one person close to him that he did it. He knows he did it. But yet he couldn't help himself. He had to get in front of a camera. Before he had to deal with his cancer, he passed from cancer, but he was on camera. He was giving his opinion when he got out of prison, because that's how the universe evened it. He got there some way, somehow. Justice. It just doesn't always come directly, but justice always comes, whether we see it or not. But he got on there, and I remember looking at it and going at the time, oh, come on. And I'm sure he got hate at him. I'm sure he did. But you see, again, it only comes to you. If it mattered to him, if it mattered, honestly, overall, to Casey, she wouldn't have gotten on camera. She was ready for it. She knew it would happen. She knew it would come. She couldn't help herself. She could not help herself. But you don't have to join her in whatever energy she is wishing to put out, or whatever energy caused her to need to have attention to herself. Okay? Now maybe she's really an advocate. Maybe she has a purpose. Maybe we don't understand why she can't advocate privately, why she has to get in front of a camera to do it, to be in a public eye. But see, here's the thing. We're not supposed to judge. Judging is not of 5D energy. It is not of heaven. They don't judge us no matter what you were told when you went to church, if you went, or by someone who thinks God does. It doesn't happen. It doesn't. And we are made of God element. We are made of that being's energy. So we're not supposed to as well. There's a little mix in there of that God energy in our physical human selves that bring the ego to us. What is called that 3D energy, where we do want to judge, where we do want to be a survivor, where we do want to compare ourselves to what our neighbors have, and all that kind of thing. That's that physical side of us. But we're healing that physical side of us. And that unhealed part again is what comes out in reaction to these people. What you do, how to handle it, is to send again the compassion. Compassion that is absent of judgment. It's absent of ego. You send it. You don't talk about it. You just do it anonymously and privately. And who knows, if you do it, and enough people do it, she goes away, perhaps, or does something that really makes a difference. It's not, sometimes it's not up to us to decide, but it doesn't help you or anyone to bash, whether you're right or you're wrong. It doesn't help. You are going against yourself. You're harming yourself in your righteousness. You are harming yourself in your righteousness. Now, yes, things happen that are sad, that are tragic, that are infuriating to our human self. You send out the compassion to it. Again, you send out your higher feelings. You wish healing on it. You intend healing on it. You don't pop your popcorn and wait for justice to appear in front of your eyes. You just know it is happening. And you thank that energy for it happening if you want. You can say thank you for the justice, and then you let it go. You know it's done. And you help healing yourself. Heal yourself. Because to give time in your day to get upset about what another person is doing, well, that's taking time away from you and the great life that you deserve to be living. Your happiness, your calm, your serenity, your joy. Why are you giving up your power to somebody else? Honestly, people sometimes want you to give up their power to them. Don't do it. Is it for a higher good? Yours and the world? If it's not, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. It is sad, the circumstances of the whole Casey Anthony drama. It's not just the injustice of a child who had to leave this world too early. But there's a lot of injustice. It's a destruction of a family. And for what? Perhaps this is Casey Anthony's way of bringing good out of what was done. Intend for that in some way good comes from what was done. And then let it go. Now on to Meghan Markle, as she still goes by a bit. I didn't know if I should call her Duchess of Sussex or how I should refer to her, but let's go there. Respectfully, I am trying to be respectful. It's the same. You put out what you want to get back. What you don't pay attention, excuse me, I'm fumbling today. What you don't pay attention to doesn't expand. Don't give attention to what you don't want expanded. If you are one that doesn't want to give her negativity, then okay, of course, don't give her negativity, but don't get upset about what others are doing. Send her positive vibes. Send her positive energy. The same. Compassion. Love. And you override what others are doing. But understand, this is unhealed again. This is unhealed. And there's no jealousy in heaven. There's no ego. There's no competition. There's none of this there. And that's what's trying to come to earth. So from earth, send that to her. And that overrides the vitriol that she can receive. Now here's the thing. If she's intent on exposing herself to it, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is send her positivity. You see? That's all. By the vibration, through your intentions, your inside intentions. And then you let it all take care of itself. Again, don't muck up your own day with what is happening. And here, let's go and extend it even more. There's a lot going on in this country right now. And it's upsetting to people. And I get it coming at me to help. And I say every single time, back up from it. Give yourself breaks. Don't let yourself absorb it like a sponge. Because it destroys. Send healing to it, peace, assistance, whatever you want to happen, send it out that it's happening for the higher good of all. That's so important because It's the only way to do it. And it is the power that you have. And that is why these are the darkest of times, but light is streaming through. Because people are doing it. You have the power to do that. And if anyone's listening that doesn't think it is, that is celebrating what's happening, you'll have illumination. Okay? In your time. And no one should judge you. We should not judge each other. We should just send compassion and love to everything. Everything. And then it returns back to you. And know it's done and thank it for being done. It is complete. It's done. It is happening. And then live your day in the moment with joy and happiness. So when anything bugs you, what do? Compassion and love, right? You know the answer. Send it out and then let it go and keep moving. And then you'll find out one day that mattered, that you made a difference, that you played a part, that you weren't minuscule and small, that you played a huge part, all for the better, and that your life improved because of it, and you didn't even know it was connected. Absolutely, there's more going on than we know. Now, because when I said I wasn't aligned, means that I wasn't in the space to attract this energy to me of a TikTok video. When you're in that space, you will also be surprised. That happened? I didn't know that. And then you know that you're on your way to how you really want your life to be, in the energy level that you want it to be in. I know what's happening in the country, but I'm not aligned with it so much that I get all the time angry. Have I had moments where I'm like, oh, yes, but then I get right into alignment where I'm not aligned with it. I'm not aligned with the harm that's happening. I am aligned with the goodness that's happening. Get aligned with the goodness. And then you diminish and decrease what harms. You are that powerful. All right? That's the key. That's the way. It is so important for you to know that. Now, there are people on this earth that don't know that. They're like, no. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be a troll on social media. There are people that, oh my gosh. When someone posts something wonderful, they'll laugh. They're laughing at them. That's their unhealed self. People are in pain. They're in pain. But we can't heal their pain by joining them. We can only heal their pain by sending them the higher vibration. You see, you're here for a purpose. Do the job. You're supposed to be here. Do the job. And it will be all right. It will be more than all right. It will be massive. So important. Get that heart involved. You know what the strongest organ in your body is? Your heart. The most powerful organ is your heart. Get that organ feeling love, gratitude, joy, and then whip it around to the world, and you will see amazing things happen that you'll probably be too humble to realize it was you, but you will be a part of the mass consciousness that is impacting this earth like that. So know that organ, use it, that heart. Put your hand near it. Put it slightly over it. Center on it in some way. And really get it going for the better. And you will see a difference in your own life, in the environment around you. It's quantum physics. It's science. It's right. Massive, massive, massive. I hope that helps. Send it out. Send it out. Thank you. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Anywhere else that you can like, please do, and follow. Please share. Please talk. Because in helping, if we help others, it's just for the greatest. And also, always check out my website, lisahaupt.com, for upcoming events, because a lot of my appointments are available by telephone and Zoom. So I do talk to clients outside of the U.S., and I don't mind that at all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All the best. Many blessings. Talk to you next time.